You guys, how you guys, how you guys? Happy Hump Day, even though it's Thursday. Glad to be with you guys tonight. We're going to be doing a special 11 mini readings. So all mini readings tonight are going to be $11.11. And we have a list that I'm going to be working from tonight. So I have a few people on the list, and I'll read out the list in just a moment. I'm going to give you guys some time to file in. Excuse me. I think tonight, guys, I'm going to use my Syrian Starseed Tarot, because I want to. And here it is. I'm going to use my Syrian Starseed Tarot. That's this big deck right here. And something else. This is the Syrian Starseed Tarot. That's one deck I'm going to be using. And then I think also I will use my Thelema deck. I've been using this for my personal readings lately. And I think I used it last week for the mini readings. I can't remember, but I think these are the two I'm going to be using for tonight. So, yeah, we've got a few people already on the list tonight. Okay, hold on. Got a few people on the list. So, from last week, I have Darcy and Vicky, and then tonight the list is as follows: Jane, Abina, Malia, Kathleen, Joy/Vanessa, and Julene. So we've got about 8 people on the list right now. The list is open. If you want to get added, you're welcome to. And I'm just going to kind of hang out and talk to you guys while we give everyone a chance to file in. How's everybody doing tonight? Hello, Malia. Nice to see you. Aloha. Aloha, Malia. I have you on my list. I guess I could start with you instead of waiting for people to come in. We could do that. Hello, News. Nice to see you. Oh, we got to get your reading scheduled, News. News got in on the specials. Some of you guys I haven't been in touch with about your specials. It's always a busy week after the specials run, so I'll be in touch with everyone soon. Hello, Janie. I have you on the list. Sparky, I have you on the list. Hey, Julene. Okay, so what I'm gonna do tonight, because I'm doing the 11/11 mini readings tonight, so there's probably gonna be, a few people coming. Well, no, I did send you an email, News. You got the email I sent, right? I did send you an email last week. I just haven't we just haven't. Yeah, I'm definitely. Yeah, you're on here, Malia, and I'll come back to you. Hi, Vanessa B. Joy. Okay, got it. Yeah, I have you on here too, Vanessa. Hang on, Joy. Yeah, Joy sent that in for you, for Vanessa. Got it. Okay. Okay, so the first person on tonight's list is actually Jane. Jane. Hello, Janie. Okay, News. Any general messages? Let's see. Oh, I need my blankie. All the wrenches in the house for this weekend. Okay, let's see. I'm cold, y'all. It's chilly in here. A little chilly. Thank you, Universe. Thank you, Source. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Angels, Archangels, Spirit Guides. Thank you, Ancestors. Thank you, Nanaran. Thank you, all Ancestors and Spirit Team. Thank you, Archangels. Thank you, Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. Thank you for being my pillars and cornerstones and guides. Thank you for the clear and direct messages tonight for everyone who comes in to get a mini reading. And thank you for the guidance for everyone here. Thank you for the connection. Thank you. Thank you for the overflowing. The water is overflowing tonight, you guys. Good flow. It's a good flow. Everything's moving swimmingly. Let's put it that way. Everything's moving swimmingly. And that's a good way to put it. Hey, Michael Maz, nice to see you. Oh my God, you guys. Okay, let's do this. How's the connection out there, guys? Can you guys hear me okay? Can everybody hear me? Hey, Sparky. Loud and clear, Julene. Good. Okay. So this is for... Okay, good news. Thank you, Sparky. Thank you, Julene. This is for Jane. Janie. Jane. The general message for Jane going into this weekend, Spirit. Going into this weekend. Hi, Valerie. Nice to see you. Going into this weekend. Okay, going into this weekend, what's the message for Jane? Queen of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the Page of Swords. It's really important for you, Jane. At this point, at this time in this cycle of your life, Jane, it's very, very important for you. Who is Calorie? Oh, Valerie. No calories in here. Okay, sorry. It's very important for you, Jane, at this point in your life to be able to really... This is about the gift of discernment, okay? For you, this is the gift of discernment. Oh, thank you so much, Michael Mass. This is about the gift of discernment for you. This is about being able to discern the energies and intentions of the people who are coming into your life, okay? Because I feel like, Jane, for you, the Queen of Swords here is a really interesting card. In this specific deck, in the Thelema deck, the Queen of Swords, you know, she's dressed in all white, so she has this innocence about her, or this purity. Her approach to love, everything in her life is very pure. She's sort of she's connected to the divine in that way. Yet she's still got the sword in her hands. She's very connected psychically as well, and she's not here for the BS, right? She's not here for the BS. This is like someone who has a strong gift of discernment, who's really able to know the intentions that are coming toward her. However, the problem for you hasn't always been whether you knew the intentions. I think that's always been a gift of yours to pretty much be able to decipher the intentions. In the past, your problem maybe was you weren't valuing yourself enough to amend your response based on that person's intentions. It was, well, am I worthy of this? And do I deserve this? Maybe I deserve to be treated this way, right? Some misinformation coming through about your sort of understanding of what you deserved. Now it's time to make decisions in your life, not just from your place of discernment, but from your value, where you place yourself, like putting yourself up on that pedestal, saying, I'm not going to accept less than what I deserve. You have the Ace of Pentacles here. There's something new in your life coming in. It's also an energy of opportunity, right? Long-term opportunity. It's going to start off pretty small. It's like you're just entering the gates, right? There's this sort of, it's like it looks like an entryway to a park or to a field. You're coming through the gates, and once you're beyond those gates, what is there? There's something new. There's something opportunistic. There's something beautiful coming in for you. It's kind of for you to decide what it is, but we know that it's going to be something that moves you forward, because right after you go through there, you've got the Chariot. That's a major arcana. It's forward movement. Again, that sword is present. The person in the Chariot's holding a sword. So it's almost like you have to clear and create your own path in this. There is someone watching you also. I think this is your child, because the Page of Swords comes out right after that too. So it's like there's someone watching you here and kind of taking notes along the way. So you're setting an example here for this Page of Swords energy, and it's really important for you because in your foundation you've got the Five of Cups. So I know emotionally sometimes you're not really sure what to feel, whether you should be feeling excited about the future or sad about the past or both about the present. I think I sense within you sometimes a lot of confusion about not what you're feeling, but what to cling to, right? What emotion, what's the truth of the situation? And so it's really important for you to learn to trust yourself here with the Queen of Swords, trusting yourself, trusting your decision making, and also knowing you're setting examples right there are people right there watching that you're setting examples for, and keep that in mind. You're on a great track here with that Ace of Pentacles coming in. There's also the Page of Pentacles. I'm not really sure where to place this. The Page of Pentacles is on the other side of the gates also. This probably is a new relationship or some kind of new masculine energy coming in for you. I wouldn't make too big of a deal of it because it's early, whatever this is that's coming in, and it is probably this weekend or early next week, because you were asking about this weekend. But you're going to have the opportunity to move forward in a really big way. There's something new that's sort of offering you potential. You're not going to really see a lot of physical manifestation, the 3D, more or less potential. But you've got little eyes watching you. So there's just that reminder. Be discerning and don't be afraid to demand what is sort of best for you. Because that Queen of Swords here, she's got that Virgo energy. You know, the Virgo is the maiden, the spouse of the divine, the partner of the divine. Virgos are perfectionists, right? With themselves, with the people around them. We're not taking any BS from anybody. So I don't want you to do that either. And I want you to kind of be in that energy where you're not going to really devalue yourself by being kind and taking in sick patients this week or this weekend. It's time to really value yourself by saying, nope, no sick patients, right? I love me. You need to come in loving me. Be right off the bat with it, okay? Be bringing it for me all day, right off the bat. Like, that's the rule. So, yeah, I don't think it's a time of... it's definitely a time where discerning other people's intentions matters, because your intentions will change based on other people's intentions. Okay, that's where you're at. That's your message. That's where you're at in life. And you have to embrace that energy. I know with the Five of Cups, it feels like that can be such a confusing energy, right? The Five of Cups, because you see there's still hope, you see a future, but you're still stuck in some sadness, some past stuff, a lot of unresolved feelings. But you have to attach decisions to that energy. You make the decisions, you decide, and then you move forward with that, right? Totally, yes, yeah. No, totally, I agree. Very much so, okay? Next is Abina. Abina. Abina? Is Abina here? Abina? Where are you at, Abina? I don't think you sent a question with your donation, so we'll come back to Abina. If Abina's not here, I'll give you another couple seconds to throw it up there. I don't see Abina in the chat, though, is why I say I don't think Abina's here. Abina, are you here? Do 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 do. Hey, baby. Do 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 do. I'm waiting for Abina to ask her question. Baby, you better not be going to Cabimas tonight. If that's because I tried to call you right before I came on, and if you're on your way to Cabimas, we about to fight. So I hope you're not. Am I gonna have to fight you tonight, boo? Is Abina here? Abina, where are you, Abina? Okay, so we're gonna come back to Abina. Let's go next. Malia, are you ready? Malia. Notice how Jose didn't answer the question. He just sent a little huggy heart. Okay, I got you, baby. Hi, love. I'm just playing with him. Okay, Malia, I've been focusing on raising my vibration and visualizing freedom. Love that. Any insight regarding what my twin flame is really wanting / trying to communicate? It doesn't feel straightforward. Okay. Been focusing on raising my vibration, visualizing freedom. I love it. Freedom. It doesn't feel straightforward, my energy this week. Okay, Jose, I hope you're not in your truck. I hope you're not driving somewhere you're not supposed to be driving. No driving anywhere tonight. That's good. I think that's a good sign for you, Malia. The fact that you feel lighter. I think it means that you're embracing. I think it's a good sign that you're embracing. Anytime you feel like that, I think it's a sign that you're kind of embracing the present moment, because that's how we should feel. we should feel light about things and flowy, right? That's a good sign. And so if you're stuck in the past, regrets, concerns about things you can't change, that's not a good, you're not going to feel light that way. If you're worrying about the future or sort of, not sure where you're headed, then that's another, that can also sort of suppress your energy. So the fact that you're feeling light, you're feeling flowy, that's a good sign. I like that. I like that sign for you. So let's see. I know you're kind of curious what the intentions are. What's the real message behind the message? Because with a twin soul, a lot of times you have to do that, especially in those earlier cycles of twin soul connection. It's like, what's the message behind the message? Okay. That's a good sign too. Playtime. Playtime is good. I like it. Let's see what comes through. What's the message behind the message for Malia from her twin soul? So he's got this hermit energy. 8 of Swords, 9 of Wands, Temperance. I get the sense, the big message is he wants you to wait for him. He wants you to hang in for him because he's in this hermit energy right now. And look here, the hermit in this specific illustration, the hermit's coming out of the cave, or they're at least like looking around the door, like trying to see what's out there. They're shining their light out there. They're kind of trying to like see what the path looks like. It's like kind of someone wanting to test the waters or see if it's safe to go out there. So I think that's interesting right off the bat. That's an interesting thing. Hello in Australia, Terry, welcome. That's an interesting energy because I think you've kind of felt and experienced that, but some of the messages have maybe not felt authentic because of what you're hearing and versus what you're feeling. You do have the devil energy in the foundation. Wheel of Fortune right behind that. A lot of majors here in the near future, okay? But I don't like the devil energy is sort of a confirmation that you're right if you feel like you're not exactly getting the 100% honest truth from this person. They're kind of holding back a little bit. Well, that's expected. Think about it, guys, and this goes for all of you who consider yourself to be twin souls or on a twin soul journey. If your twin soul was the runner, if they were the runner and they're starting to want to come back into your life or test the water a little bit, they're probably not going to come. I mean, sure, we would all love for them to come and suddenly be so honest about their heart and what they desire and what you mean to them. That would be great. Wouldn't it be great if they could just be totally honest and back to the connection the way it was? Sure. But that's not usually how it happens. Usually it's going to be a lot more of a human experience where this person is sort of, making an excuse for why they need to reach out, for why they want to know what's going, that type of BS. So it's understandable. He's got the 8 of Swords here again. 8 of Swords, 9 of Wands. The truth is this person is looking for any reason to communicate right now, but behind the communication is a lot of pain, a lot of fear. Yeah, list is open, Tanya Lee. List is open, Tanya Lee. Everybody, if you want to get on the list, it's open, $11.11. Okay, and it can go to the Cash App or the PayPal. Both are in the description of the video, or if anybody wants to list it for me, you can. But if you send it to PayPal, you have to let me know because PayPal doesn't give me notifications. Just Cash App is notifications. Malia, this is tough energy. So this is not a person who would be really comfortable saying, I miss you. I wish you were back in my life. The connection we had was so beautiful. This is not someone who would feel very comfortable saying that, I don't think, right? This is like, I feel trapped in the situation I'm in. Honestly, I'm feeling kind of trapped. I'm a wounded warrior. I can barely get up. I barely have the energy to move forward. Right? Major Arcana, Temperance. Temperance. It's not far away though. The connection is so flowing again. Look at that. What this Temperance, Temperance is one of those cards that I read differently in every deck, and this one I do too. I mean, it's the same general idea, but it's a little different. And the reason it's different here is she's pouring it from cup to cup. That like it's right. Everything feels right there. It's like these aren't pieces to a puzzle. These are two people. The flow of energy between two people that's flowing really strong. Right? It's like this is being handled by the divine, and you have to trust that. Hold on, a card just literally fell off of the top of my deck from my Sacred Destiny Oracle and onto the floor, so I know it's for you. Hold on. Fulfillment. Yeah, and I think that's definitely for you, and that's what this is. It's about fulfillment. So the universe is handling this, and it's trying to bring you too close. I mean, have you not gotten some obvious signs that the universe is taking every opportunity to bring you two closer right now? Every time you have some sort of shift in your energy, in your immediate energy, and there's an opening or a crack appears, his energy comes into that crack, fills that crack. There's a clear message in your life to see. Every time there's even the slightest opening, his energy fills that opening. And I saw that with what we talked about the other day. I saw that so clearly, yet again. And there's fulfillment happening here, right? This is the opposite of the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles, she's waiting. Those pentacles aren't ripened yet on the tree. She's got her basket in her hand. She can't put anything in them. In the Seven of Pentacles, we usually look at from Thelema, right? Other decks, it's a little different, but the message is the same. It's not quite, it's about patience, timing, the season for something. Well, this is the opposite. That peach, all emoji jokes aside, that peach is ripe, okay? That peach is ripe and it's ready to be picked. That moon is full, okay? That's pretty clear. That's fulfillment. This period of separation that you guys have been in, your time again soon. You know, the cycle, it'll cycle back around if you guys don't take the chance. It'll cycle back around, but it's time. It's like now is the time. It's coming, and you need to be ready for it. Be ready to pick that piece of ripe fruit if you want it, okay? Not 6 months from now. It's no long. 6 months away is here. 6 months from now is now here, and the universe is letting you know that in every way that it can, but you have to make decisions. You have to decide what you want, right? You have to decide, and it's not really something you need to chase in the physical 3D world, but energetically you kind of do. Energetically, you have to make some decisions that if this is for you, now is the time. Because you're getting from this person, the response this person's giving you is mirroring. Remember, that person is your mirror. So they're reflecting to you what you've got going on in your own life right now. The universe is trying to fulfill something here and showing you that in every way. But that person is mirroring back to you what's going on in your life right now and what the circumstances you're allowing in are. Doesn't look like there's a lot of room for that person in your life to me, okay? So, right? And you may feel the same way about your mirror. Is there not a lot of room for you in their life? Okay, so, but it's time. It's time for that. It's time for room. Freedom. Okay. You got it. You get it. You got it. All good. Hey, Rebecca. Welcome. Okay. Tanya Lee. Okay, I'm getting you added to the list now. Right now, Tanya Lee. Right now. Okay. Kathleen. No, I didn't, Valerie. Where did you send it to? I've got Michael. I see yours on Cash App. Michael. Actually, yours came in before Tanya's. So, Michael, you're on there. Did you send it to PayPal, Valerie? Valerie. Okay, PayPal, Valerie. All right. So, I've got, next is Kathleen. How is her DM feeling? Okay. So, then Kathleen, then Vanessa, Julene, Michael, Tanya Lee, Valerie. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. How is my DM feeling about me now? Show me Sparky's DM. Love and hearts. Show me. Okay, this is weird. We love you, Michael. We love you. Okay, so this is interesting. For you, hey Amanda, nice to see you. So for you, Michael, Sparky, Kathleen, your DM, the first card that comes out is the Devil card. So this is really interesting. There's a lot of, the feelings are strong. There's a lot of, these feelings are very physical right now. There's a lot of, like, this is Capricorn energy, right? The Devil card is Capricorn energy. There's a lot of Lover's energy kind of in reverse in the Devil for me, or like chained up Lover's energy. So there's a lot of like strong, yes, very carnal, very carnal. So there's a lot of strong physical, sexual attraction here. But there's also a lot of frustration going on here. The Eight of Swords beside this. So this person feels very drawn to you physically, but also like they can't reach you. So that's how this feels to me. It's like the combination of having this sort of almost addiction to you, like feeling very almost addicted to you in a strange way, but then they are also feeling kind of trapped, unable to get out of their own cage to reach you. Oh, okay, Amanda, I didn't see it come through. Did you send it to Cash App or PayPal? Oh, yeah, got it. Cash App. You came through, Amanda. I just didn't see it on my phone. It did come through. It did. So, okay. Really interesting energy, though, Kathleen, because I don't see that a lot, where this person is feeling so strongly, like, physically passionate towards you, but they don't feel like, it's almost an insecurity with this person. Like, I wouldn't say cage. You know what it is? It's an insecurity. This person feels like maybe you're not attracted to them anymore, or maybe you never, I don't know. It's almost like they don't, I don't think this person sees himself very clearly when he looks in the mirror. I don't think he sees himself the way that you think he does. There's a lot he also wants to say. The King of Swords is coming out here, and the King of Swords, air energy, very sort of mental energy, very strong logic, someone trying to be very logical about a situation. But he's also here with that sword. The sword is pushed into the ground, right? So he's not wanting to be argumentative or in conflict with you at all. He's got the hawk or the eagle, the bird of prey on his hand. That means he has something to say to you. He has a message for you, but he's holding back because he's not sending that message, right? This is a very clear physical representation of this. Do you see what I'm saying? So like, this person wants a lot. They have a lot of feelings. They want a lot from you, but they're not showing it. They're holding themselves back. I think it's an insecurity. It feels like an insecurity, a place of insecurity. There's all of this desire. Thank you, Amanda. There's all of this desire and all of this lustful desire too, but he's really holding it back. And he doesn't cloak himself in lust. Like, he tries to make, he's got this gray robe on. It feels like he almost tries to make himself like turn his fire down a little bit when it comes to you. Like, instead of like when you're feeling good about yourself and like kind of like puffed up, he's not puffed up at all. So it's either that he does that for your benefit, or he's very insecure, or it may be both. The Knight of Pentacles is also here, and then the Wheel of Fortune. So I think there's going to be a big shift in his energy soon, and that's probably the Lionsgate portal thing. His energy is going to become much more focused on making a way, like being a way maker and making a way for something to happen, but also on sort of shifting the energy and going towards more of a confident, Leo energy is 8-8, and Leo energy is confident. Leo energy is social, it's confident, it's look at me energy, and it's totally different than his energy is right now. So I think you're going to see an uptick in his confidence and the way he communicates with you. Look for that. Also look for him to start doing and saying things that feel much more long-term, because that Knight of Pentacles is more serious energy, right? It's still not so much a romantic, but it's a lot more like, I think when someone's approaching you in that energy, they're going to feel a lot more serious about the connection. That King of Swords energy feels like there's all this stuff there, but he's holding it back, so you don't know what he's feeling. You're kind of, with the King of Swords, you're kind of questioning, what do you feel? Do you feel anything for me? What do you feel, right? But with that Knight of Pentacles, it comes in a little bit more serious, sincere. Although he's going from a king to a knight, so you also have to consider that says to you he's kind of a little less confident in that energy, right? That sincere sort of coming forward energy. He's a little less confident in that, but he's coming through stronger in that way. That comes through stronger for you than that sort of holding back insecure energy. He's very good at being insecure and holding back. That he feels confident in. He feels confident in doing that. But, you know. Kim. We love you, Kim. You don't have to stay. Well, you'll be with us in spirit. All right, next is Vanessa. Vanessa, what's your question? Vanessa through Joy. What's your question, Vanessa, Joy's daughter? Open to anything that comes in for me. Okay, I like it. Let's see. Let's see. Got Vanessa, then Julene, then Michael, then Tanya Lee, then Valerie. I know. Well, you know, we wouldn't be in human form then, probably, Rebecca. I agree. I definitely agree. You know, there is a world out there where people don't do that, but it's not usually like most of us are like spiritually awakened and all these weird, deep connections that are so confusing. Remember what life was like before that? There were still people that didn't say how they felt, but a lot more of them did, it seems like. Yeah, wait till Lionsgate. I'm telling you, it's going to be, that energy is going to come through strong, and it's going to be a big change for a lot of you. What's the message for Vanessa at this time? What does Vanessa need to hear or know at this time? Amanda, guys, I don't know if Amanda can hear me or not. Amanda, can you hear me right now? I got your Cash App. Will you guys let Amanda know in the chat that she might be on a delay? She needs to move herself to the end of, to the, you know what I'm saying? Like log out and log in, or move her dot to the end, her red dot. I think she's on a delay. Oh, you're good. Okay. I thought you were on delay, Amanda. Yeah, I received your Cash App. I saw it. I don't know if you heard me when I said that. I did. I didn't see it at first, but I got a notification for you. So I got to add you below Valerie. You're on there now, right below Valerie. Wow. So Vanessa, you've got some really interesting energy here. I don't know exactly what's happening for you. This feels like a love reading, so I'm just going to give you what comes through. Right now you have the Hanged Man, and in your recent past you have the Three of Swords and the Ten of Swords. So it's like you've been stuck in this energy apparently where something, I don't know if there was some kind of heartbreak or disappointment or feeling of betrayal, but there's a lot of like, really both of these cards feel very similar. Having to kind of soothe yourself and sort of comfort yourself and kind of get through some kind of difficult situation. And it may feel like that's lasted a long time, like it's been hard to come out of that, because the Hanged Man is not a bad energy, but the Hanged Man can feel frustrating. A lot of times this card can represent a feeling of frustration, like you're not moving, you're not going anywhere, things aren't shifting the way you think they should be. But ultimately it is a good card. It's a message from the universe that says, like, you know, although you may be feeling like you're not doing a lot of forward movement, beautiful things are happening for you spiritually, psychically. Your energy is shifting. You are growing. You know, all of that sort of green lit up energy around this person's head is exciting, because it's saying you're going to be at a place soon where you're going to feel like everything you think about turns to, you have the Midas touch, where everything you see and everything you touch and everything you think about turns to gold, or becomes abundant in your life. And it's kind of represented in the other cards too, because you have these frustrating cards of like pain, detachment, abandonment, you know, betrayal, like ultimate betrayal here with this Ten of Swords too. And then the outcome card you've got is the Ten of Cups. So it's moving into this beautiful energy. You're headed into this beautiful Ten of Cups energy. Someone that was confused, and we've both been healing separately. Well, either you're going to be feeling really good soon, or that person's coming back, or you're meeting someone new. There's something really beautiful happening here, because this period of healing, and that is the Hanged Man is definitely a healing energy, but I can see where it could be a little frustrating, especially if you've been feeling like you want to move on into something new for a while. Coming into this Ten of Cups energy, that's ultimate happiness, right? That is what like people want. That's a fairy tale type of energy. Does it last forever? Because I had someone ask an interesting question that I think is good to pose to all of us. They asked me, is the Ten of Cups card just a momentary card, or is it an outcome card? Like, for example, everybody knows that just like in fairy tales, we don't end up happily ever after in life. That's not how life works, right? Everything is cyclical. So the Ten of Cups card can't be an outcome card in life. No, it's not. But what it is, it's suggesting that what you're experiencing now, the things you're experiencing now and what's led you to that, has this kind of an outcome. So all of those things are going to end this way. You're going to come out of that and into this beautiful place. It's right, and it's the journey, and it's also the transformation. Your transformation is Ten of Cups. You're coming out of this feeling joyful, fulfilled, and happy, and that's good news, right? It's not going to feel stuck anymore. It's going to feel happy. There are good outcomes, and granted, even when we get to this point with another person, with a family, whatever, we face new challenges, right? There are new challenges to face. There's a new story to tell, and there's a new experience and a new journey to get on. But the card is here to confirm to you that everything is working out for the best, and you're going to feel really good about this. You also have in your foundation the Six of Wands. That's a card of victory. It's also a card of like public acknowledgement. So if there was sort of a public breakup, a public humiliation, something that people knew about, there's going to be sort of a justification there. There's going to be a moment of justifying you in that way where you're going to feel not publicly humiliated, not publicly scorned. You're going to feel like you get your justice. And so those two cards feel really good as outcome cards. Yeah, I think any of us, yeah, Michael, you're right. I think any of us would love to have cards like that coming in for us in the situations we've been through. So those are good outcome cards for you, Vanessa. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Not just a new phase, a Ten of Cups new phase, a Six of Wands new phase, victory, ultimate happiness, fulfillment. These are good cards, really good cards. The way they came out too, it's an acknowledgement. And I would really look with the Lionsgate portal on August 8th. I would watch that portal in that time frame right around that 8/8 portal and see what happens in your life. See what you see shifting, because it's a big shift, a big energetic shift. So beautiful. Okay, Julene is next. I don't know, is Abina here? Abena? Abina, we skipped over you. If you hear this, we skipped over you. If you want to leave a question in the comments, if you come in later, I can do it. It's tomorrow, Friday? Yeah, I can do it tomorrow night. Hi, Julene. Okay. Julene, will you know what? I know you sent me your question. Hold on. I can't remember exactly what it was. I think I do, but I can't exactly remember. Hold on, Julene, hold on one second. I'm trying to see the way you worded the question when you sent it. Okay, it's just a check-in, right? Is that right, Julene? Just kind of a check-in on your twin journey? I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Okay. And on the twin for Julene. So silly, Michael. I love it. I do too. Who doesn't love Dolly though, right? She's like freaking out. I was really hoping that they were gonna do a 9 to 5 sequel. It was being talked about for a while, but I think it fell through, and I think what ended up happening was Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin did that Netflix show instead, or Hulu or whatever. Julene. Wow, Julene, look at this. 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups. Really interesting here. Now this is, checking in on the twin. This is wish fulfillment. This is like the Make-A-Wish card, dreams coming true. But it's also, if you look at this card, she's alone here. She's alone. So this is her experiencing a lot of happiness and a lot of fulfillment herself. It doesn't really have to do with anyone else. So that's beautiful. You've also got the Patience card and the Ten of Wands card. The 7 of Wands, 10 of Wands. 7 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands. This is interesting here because in this, there's kind of there's a little bit of a wrap going on here where, you know, the Seven of Pentacles, she's waiting for the right timing, and the Ten of Wands is saying on the other side, this is what's happening, so don't despair. Like, so you're over here going, when is the timing going to be right? When am I going to get what I deserve? When is my sort of springtime going to come in? And then this is saying, well, your twin's going through this, so don't, like, even though it's not going to make you happy to know that your twin is like Ten of Wands, overwhelmed energy, a burden, right? You don't want to see someone you care about in that type of pain. It's saying, like, this is where it's at. This is what's happening here. So continue to be as patient as you can. Know your time is coming, and know that in connection to this person, that's where they're at. They're in a really tough spot right now, and they're really not sure what to do. They're just feeling overwhelmed, and they're kind of going through their own transformation. The outcome card is the strength card. So again, there's this energy where, you know, we all have the masculine and feminine within us. We have to balance those energies. Oh my God, my dog's lungs sound so bad. I can hear him coughing in the hallway, and it's really driving me like crazy, because it's not really his lungs, it's his heart when he coughs like that, and it's really sounding bad, and there's nothing I can do to help him. Okay, sorry guys. I know, I really don't like that. I don't like it. It's just taken on a really bad sound recently. I think I need to take him to the vet. And just, I mean, I know there's not anything they can do about the cough, but the way it sounds really bad. And it's not all day. It's like periodically, but it's not good. He's still like super energetic. He jumps up and down off the porch. You would never know he was 14 except that, you know? Yeah, I think so. I think I'm gonna have to call in the morning. This outcome card is beautiful because it's sort of saying we all have that masculine and feminine within us. It needs to be balanced within, but also on the larger scale, you're the feminine in this, he's the masculine. And it's sort of saying that you've got the ability to help him. And this is just energetically. Yeah, well, I'll talk about that in a second, Michael. I think so. You can help him energetically. The feminine is comforting the masculine here, right? Calming a lot of his roaring and worry and concern. She's comforting him, and you can do that, right? Metaphysically, you can do that energetically. You can do that with your intentions. Since you are not in verbal face-to-face communication, I want you to practice doing that, sending healing, sending love, but also in that continuing to practice detachment. Okay. Looks good. Yeah. So I think I'm going to call them in the morning, because I'm just feeling like I know there's not a lot they can do, because they have to cough to regulate their heartbeat or something when there's heart issues, but there has to be something that can be done, because it sounds like someone with emphysema. He sounds like the way my grandfather sounded when he had emphysema when I was a kid. He was like a 2-pack-a-day chain smoker, and he would like, he always sounded like he had to hack up his entire lung. And that's how my dog sounds right now. And it's really freaking me out. I don't like it. Not good. Yeah, well, we all do. We all do. You know, it's not just him. I mean, that's part of this journey that's so frustrating is remember, guys, and remember, Julene's I would assume it was the same for you. I know for me, before I was really awake, it could take me a decade to get a lesson. Seriously, it could take me 10 years to get a really stupid, simple lesson when I wasn't fully awakened. Now that I'm awake, I'm pretty good about paying attention to what signs are showing me, what way I need to flow, you know, but I was a drug addict, and a really bad one, like really bad. Like nobody could tell me anything. I was going to do what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it, you know, for a long time. And there were lessons in that they were trying to teach that I needed to get, and the longer it took me to get them, the harder I banged my head up against the wall, the more stubborn I got about it. So I mean, it just seems like, unfortunately, that person's not awake, you know. Yeah, I think you're right. You're right, but I'm telling you, you're getting a lot of reassurance in these cards that things are going to shift, things are going to improve, and you have to keep the faith. You have to keep the faith, and practicing detachment, practicing loving yourself, sending love and healing his way, and just keep on keeping on, you know? Keep on keeping on. Exactly, Michael. Exactly. Doctors do practice. Okay, Michael, you're next. What's your question? I practice. We all practice. Do you know how much I apply things that have come through in other readings to reading to the next? I tell you, every day I become a better reader because I learn something from the reading before and I always let it come into the next reading. It's not the same message, but something that came through that I learned from a card or a message, it always falls into the next. It's like a thread. And that's what doctors do in their practice. You know, something that maybe they learned something from another puppy in the last month that can help with Bentley. You're welcome. Hold on, I've got my cards all janktified here. Okay. Always. And that's the thing about signs, guys. A lot of times when you see signs about like a soulmate or someone, you have to also remember, you know, like he just said, there's always a thread or a parallel if you want to see it. So when you start seeing signs, a lot of that is just a confirmation that of what you want. You know, it's a confirmation to you of what you want because you're noticing that you're seeing signs about a certain person. Well, that means you want that person. And that what you want is important. You know, there's a lot of that to it also that you need to think about. What's this holding pattern that Michael feels he's in about? What's the point of it and what's happening? Bingo. Ding dong. Wow. Well, I'll tell you what. It's very temporary, Michael, because look at the first card that came out for you, the Four of Wands. The biggest thing the Four of Wands represents is an event, okay? Let's look at the Four of Wands for just what it is. It's an event. You know, you see usually some sort of a gazebo or some sort of a marked off spot where there's a celebration, a ceremony, something coming. On a more, and it's usually something celebratory, right? In a community or amongst a group of people in a family, right? Now, on top of that, what is it all? Oh, thank you for the love, Michelle. That's so sweet. Guys, if you want to get on the list, it's through Cash App or PayPal. You can send super chats. They're much appreciated. And I thank you, Michelle, but just making sure everybody knows because sometimes people see that and they start trying to get on the list that way. Michael, so from a very physical point of view, there's something coming in your life to celebrate. Spirit wants you to know you're not in a holding pattern for long. The holding pattern is for a purpose, right? You're not in a holding pattern. He's like, I keep looking up, but I don't see what's coming. Don't look up. Don't look up. Keep focused on what you're doing. Keep focused on what you're doing. Don't be looking up. In fact, sometimes I don't like to tell people to look up. When people ask about timing and things, sometimes I go the opposite way because I don't want to tell you, thank you, Kim, I don't want to tell you to look up and then block something because you're looking for it. Because sometimes we can literally throw up a block when you put a focus on something, like a bullseye on it, a laser focus, that immediately can stop the energy, right? It's like if you watch water, it doesn't move. It's really important for you to keep the focus on whatever you're doing that's bringing this energy in. But from a spiritual point, just outside of the physical, it's also kind of a gateway. It's a gateway, it's a portal. So there's an opportunity coming for you and a doorway opening for you to move through to a really exciting place in your life. But there's a few things that are going to happen now to get you to that place. Thank you very much, Johan. I know, Michael. I know. So I want you to think about what's happening. There are things happening to get you to that place. First of all, there's something in your life that you may look at as a frustrating connection, but it's actually beautiful. You have this Six of Cups energy. That can be like soulmate energy. It can be something from your past. It was someone that was not meant to stay in your life, clearly. And here's how I know. Because the Six of Cups you're getting is this person all by herself. So it's saying there was someone in your life that you had a really strong karmic soul connection with that at one time felt very beautiful and childlike and hopeful. But that was not what it wasn't meant to be permanent. Although nothing is really in life, but it wasn't meant to be long term. like maybe you thought. It was meant to be long term for its impact on you and who you would become, okay? And the things that would happen for you, but it was not meant to be long term in the physical sense of your life. And it's okay to accept that now. Also, you've got this Five of Swords here. It's really important for you to let go of any thoughts of revenge, winning, success in order to make someone regret. I know there have been times in my life where I was more motivated than ever to be successful at something because just to make somebody regret what they had done to me or the way they had treated me. We all have that ego that sometimes just wants, that's how you pay somebody back, right? You live really well. But the thing is, this is about a piece of you that you lose every time you try to defeat someone else or win at all costs. It's not so much even ego in this for you. It's about your own soul journey, your own awakening, and your soul desires to be way too empathetic and compassionate to be this person. So that part of you that sometimes goes in with the ego, it really doesn't work for you because that's not who you are. Some people, the win at all costs ego really works. Hey, sometimes I'm one of them. Sometimes that really works for me and motivates me. It really does. I'll admit it. Sometimes it really works for me to get into the win at all costs attitude. I'm going to show you attitude. But for you as a person, the level of compassion that you have in your heart space, it just won't work for you. That will not fulfill you ever. And so there's a leaving behind that's happening here for you to move into this Four of Wands energy. And also you've got the King of Cups and the Judgment card. So you're going to have an awakening that's moving from your heart space, opening your heart space up to something beautiful and new. There's someone coming in for you that is going to be long-term. Like I said, nothing's forever. Even a twin soul, it's forever in the sense that they're a part of our soul. But in this life, it's not necessarily forever, right? This life is all about letting go and holding on and knowing which to do what with. But there is someone coming in for you as the result of sort of your full circle healing, the Four of Wands and the releasing of the Five of Swords. Probably earth sign energy. They come in as Knight of Pentacles. I'm not sure if this is earth energy or if it's just the energy they're in because you never really know, but it could be like a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Those are all really good signs. I'm Virgo, so I like that kind of a sign. I think earth energy is great. It's someone who really wants to be long-term in your life and be a stable force in your life. They also have been watching you or you've been watching them. There's a watching energy there because the Page of Swords is attached. So there's been this may be someone you already are aware of or they're already aware of you. There is an energy moving and they're moving slowly. I mean, the Knight of Pentacles moves slow. Earth energy moves slow, guys. They're not going to rush in for you and be like, I'm in love with you, come to me. This is someone who's going to show up in your life in a very methodical way. And one day they're not there and the next day you wake up and suddenly they're in your life and you don't even really realize how they got into your life so deeply because they kind of came on in a really slow, unassuming way. That's usually how earth energy comes in. It's a beautiful thing going on here for you though with the Four of Wands. I really love that because there's nobody usually you see two people, maybe they're getting married, they're holding flowers, whatever. There's usually a couple people here. There's nobody in this little picture of bliss here. There are two white doves flying above it. And that to me is saying that this experience for you is very energetic. It's very ethereal. It's very much something you're going to feel before you see. Just like this Knight of Pentacles coming in, you probably feel it more than you're seeing it happen. You probably will feel it much more strongly than you actually see it happen in a much more slow and gradual way. But you may be feeling it coming in and feeling that connection much more strong. So it's really nice. Yeah, and it is your own personal Lionsgate, especially with that Six of Cups, the way it looks, and the Judgment card. There's a lot of sort of ascension energy, awakening energy, connected energy to the divine, but there's only you. There's just you and then all of this strong spiritual energy. And so that's the truth of it, is that's probably why, where is he? It's probably why this Knight of Pentacles is really drawn to you, because he's seeing you in that glowing sort of connected energy, and that's sexy. That's sexy to people that are awakened and that are sort of that have gone through that themselves. So it's probably that Pentacles energy is someone who's awakened also. That's sexy to see someone giving themselves a glow up of the spiritual nature kind. You know, it's very attractive. And so just keep doing what you're doing. Don't look up though. Keep focused on what you're doing. Keep focused on the energy that you're attracting and what it feels like to have the things you want in your life, okay? Run with it. I love it too. Run with it. Okay. Tanya Lee, Valerie, Amanda. Tanya Lee, Valerie, and Amanda. Tanya Lee, what's your question? What is coming towards me, love? What's coming towards me for love? You're welcome. I know Michael's reading was so good. I'm super jelly. Super jelly, Michael. They're the best group of ladies on earth. Right here in this broadcast. Telling you what. Amanda, did you see on Facebook, did you see the wedding? Catrice was in a wedding, like her older sister got married, and she was the bridesmaid. She had a really pretty blue bridesmaid dress on with her dark skin. It looked like Lupita Nyong'o when she won the Academy Award in that like pretty blue dress. So good. It looked really gorgeous on her. You need to check it out. I just saw it like yesterday, I think. I know, but it's, you know why that happens, I think, Michael? To give you hope. Because you should be hopeful. Yeah, you have to check it out. I was like, whoa, Lupita. What's coming for Tanya Lee in love? I do too. Ace of Cups in your foundation, so this is good. You definitely have some sort of a new beginning here. Okay, a new beginning. It's going to require you to be patient. Knight of Cups coming in. There's definitely love coming for you. You've got the Hangman coming out in reverse. So that period you've been in of sort of being sort of in limbo is over. You're done with the limbo, but you've got some balancing to do. You've got the Two of Pentacles here. And in this deck, the Two of Pentacles is, hey Annette, nice to see you. The Two of Pentacles in this deck is kind of like getting a little frustrated with yourself. So be careful about that. I know it's sometimes hard to usher in permanent change in our life, but don't get frustrated with yourself if you're having to start over and do things again and again and push and push and push. You've got the Seven of Pentacles, but then after that, you've got the Knight of Cups. So really strong, watery energy coming in. This could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy coming towards you. Doesn't have to be. Again, this is more, these are the elements, right? The elements that are represented here, and Cups is water, the element of water, but it doesn't mean that that's the sign, that it's a water sign. It can be any sign, but they're coming in with a flowing emotion. And the Ace of Cups is bringing them in. So this is probably something happening right now, like not even, Lionsgate is over a week away, right? Lionsgate is like 9 days away. This feels closer than that. It does say to be patient, so it may be a week away, 7 days. 2 to 7. You're going to start to feel it, though. This is, again, kind of like what I was seeing for Michael. You're going to feel this before you see it, right? So you're going to be feeling really happy and really good and really hopeful about love, and then love shows up. So I do see really good things. This is definitely a love reading for you, not just that you asked about love. This is love. It's coming in. Knight of Cups and Ace of Cups. There is a new beginning here. It's important for you not for this to come in to be patient, because it's going to come in pretty fast, but to be patient with the connection, because once it comes in, it might move a little slower than you would like, because sometimes that'll happen where it starts really like strong and it feels really good and then it moves kind of slow. I feel like that might be the thing to be aware of, but I'm feeling it already, yeah, but I flip sometimes. Well, you're human. Well, listen, and I'm going to just say this. I don't know the situation, but you cannot let whatever the situation is with this friend stop you from going after what you desire, whether it has to do with the friend or it is the friend or it's something connected to them. You have to keep manifesting what it is you're manifesting. Lionsgate is August 8th, Johan. 8-8. The 8-8 portal. Okay, so next is Valerie and then Amanda. You're welcome. Good night, Kim. I thought you had already gone to bed, Kim. Listen, you did well. You stayed with us a whole hour. I have a reading coming your way, Kim. Sure, Rebecca. Go ahead and get on there. Lynette, welcome. What guidance, focus, advice does Abina have for me in the next few weeks? Okay. Love you too, Kim. Love to you. Get some good sleep. Dream well. Sorry. Has anyone seen the movie Sacrifice? I'm a big horror fan. That's one of the things they say in that movie. Dream well. What does Valerie have to anticipate in the next few weeks? Show her. You've got Queen of Pentacles energy and Empress. So the next few weeks are going to be really about you being stable, you being nurturing, you being strong. There is something coming to an end here. You've got definitely something coming to an end. You've got the Death card and the Ten of Swords. So these both represent endings, okay? They represent endings. Michael can't do horror. He's too empathic. Oh, empathetic. Oh, Michael. But horror is so fun. Okay, these represent strong endings here. Death, obviously, there's strong Scorpio energy there, but it's really a strong ending. Ten of Swords, strong ending. The Death is more of a transformation than just an ending. It's an ending and a new beginning, but this is an ending. You've also got the Magician here. That's the first card of the major arcana. That's the card 1 where you're creating. So the card 0 is the Fool, right? Taking a leap. And then card 1 is the Magician who's ready to start pulling down from the heavens into the physical realm and creating. The Magician is the creator. He creates. And so you've taken a leap of faith. Your soul's come down and landed here. Now you've got to decide what to create. So what this is saying is there's this tough energy where you've been in this Empress mode, caretaking, doing for everyone else. You're trying to be consistent, but something's done. So some part of that is ending really strong in the next couple of weeks, like really strong. And then you're going to be kind of guided to figure out what to do next. What do you want to, and it's up to you. You've got the magic here. What do you bring in? What are you going to create? What's the next thing you want to create in your journey, having been this person? And you take pieces of that person into the next creation, but it's really, look at it like a blank canvas. There's an opportunity for you to create something very new. There's no doubt about that. I mean, look at that. That's something is ending here, but it's an opportunity for you to create something entirely new, bringing the experiences you've had into it, but also deciding for yourself, what do you want to be? Who do you want to be? What do you want to create? What do you want to do? Where do you want it to go? And that's exciting. That's really exciting. And I think you will bring pieces of the Empress into it, pieces of the Queen of Pentacles into it, right? That Virgo energy. But what do you want to create? Who do you want to be? That's only for you to decide. And the Magician has the ability to create whatever the F he wants. It's up to you. So you've got to decide. So strong endings, new beginnings, very much Lion. It's kind of that overarching theme of moving into Lionsgate. But this is very personal for you. This feels very personal, and it's about the life you choose as opposed to a life that maybe in some ways has been chosen for you. Now it's your choice, and it's up for you to decide what to do and to be. And so really take this time to notice what things are coming to an end and wrapping up in a very natural way. Some may come in a very unexpected way, but whatever it is, set yourself up for success by paying attention and just sort of starting to dream about what you want to be bringing in and creating yourself. If it was totally up to you, which it kind of is, but imagine if it was totally up to you, what would you do? What would you create? Who would you become? Okay? All right. Pieces of the Queens. Empress Evolution. Let's go through our own names of songs, guys. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, next is Amanda. What's your question, Amanda? Amanda and Empress Evolution. Jason, is that shirt green or black? It's actually navy blue. Navy blue. Thank you. Michael with the compliments. Stop. Amanda says, what's next, boo? Let's see. something that you are trying to push away or avoid, because when I shuffle the cards, they were like shuffling nice and smooth, and then they tried to stop. So sometimes that represents some resistance. You may be a little resistant to what's next, but it's not bad. I know it's not bad. Don't be resistant. Don't be resistant. Excuse me. Guys, I speak 3 different languages, so sometimes I get all of them a little wrong. He calls it like he sees it. You've got the death card also, Amanda. Yeah, and look at this. So here's the thing. You've got the death card, but you've got something good coming. You've got an opportunity and a choice. Look at this. So the death card, something's coming to an end. Something is definitely coming to an end, and you see it because you've got the 2 of Wands here, which is an opportunity, a crossroads, needing to make a decision, right? You've got a decision to make. So it's really important for you to decide what direction to go in here. Having said that, you've got the 2 of Swords. What is it that you're resisting? In some way, you seem to be resisting something new. Or maybe this is saying you're going to resist. I don't think you're resisting this ending or the death energy, because it feels like you see that there's like whatever's coming to an end, there's an opportunity attached to that, because you've got the 2 of Wands, you've got a crossroads. And also with this 2 of Wands, you've got that hawk coming in. There's messages. There's a messenger sign, messages coming in. All right, good night. Warrior sister. The 2 of Swords tells me you're just a little resistant. There's something you may not be. See, behind that 2 of Swords is that full moon. That's your energy. That's your destiny. That's your desires deep in your heart. Hidden desires sometimes. This tells me that there's a part of you that you're maybe not wanting. Yeah, I think he knows. That's Kimberly, Michael. There's a part of you. Hold on. Let me see what's going on in here. You didn't know that was Kimberly? She has 2 accounts. So she likes to psych us out. Opportunity. That's right. Opportunities are always around. With this 2 of Swords is the opportunity that you're maybe resisting or not sort of sure what to do next or where to go next or that type of thing. Will you be on for a mini read? I have 1 person left, Teresa, tonight, but I will be sending you something else tomorrow. So be looking for that. No, it's okay, Michael. It's okay. I got you, boo. I got you. Actually, I've got to message you later, Michael, too. You're so sweet. We love you, Kim. Okay, so anyway, with this, Amanda, I really want you to think about what it is in your life that you may be resisting. Because I feel like with that 2 of Wands, there's a big opportunity for you. A big opportunity. I think you're overthinking it too much, because you've also got the 9 of Swords. And the 9 of Swords says, get out of your head. You're thinking way too much about this. If you weren't thinking about whether or not this person's good for you and just following what you wanted, would you be having more fun? Because you've got the 8 of Pentacles, which says it may be something in your life would require a lot of work. Something. It's okay, Teresa. Something in your life would require a lot of work, but it's worth it. Okay, it's worth it. It's going to be worth the effort, worth the work, worth putting in the daily grind to getting what you desire out of it, okay? So I want you to really think about that. You got to get out of your head, sweetie. And I know you're a Libra. I get it. Like, Libra's an air sign, guys, if you guys don't understand that. And air energy is up in their head a lot. You're going to be. You just have to kind of accept that. But really understand, yeah, this is not going to help you, though. You've got to stop worrying, because the worrying is... And literally, the worrying is what's blocking you, and it's what's stopping you from getting to your heart's desire here. That's what the moon is. So pay attention to spend time in meditation. Guys, I talk about this all the time, and I don't always take my own advice, so I know how hard it is, right? Michael's a Libra moon. He gets it. But meditation can be difficult, because meditation requires you to quiet your mind, go into your heart space, and see the truth. And it's also, the hard part about meditation isn't doing that. The hard part is spending the time it takes to do that. Because the first 10 minutes or so for most of us, unless we're already in a really relaxed state, the first 10 minutes we're going to be in the critical mind. Sitting there, fidgeting, thinking of thinking of our grocery list, thinking of our goals, thinking of our short-term goals, thinking of our long-term goals, thinking of the book we're reading. Like, you'll just go through your mind. you have to make it past those first 10 minutes or so, past the critical mind. You have to tell yourself, I'm going to sit in this chair in the corner of the room staring at the wall for whatever amount of time it takes to get past the critical mind and into the meditation where I can actually get to some truth. The minute you drop into the heart space, the truth comes in and the universe will amaze you. But you've got to do that, not just for yourself, but for this connection you've got going on and for all the potential, for whatever. And even if it's not about this guy, whatever these opportunities are that are spiritually led, trying to give you messages, because that's a direction shift. You've got to turn right or left. You can't keep going the direction you're going. It's a hard shift this way or that way. You got to figure out which way you want to go. So it's really important for you to meditate some, Amanda, right now. Like, do that for yourself tonight. Take a little time, you know. I don't care if you've had a cocktail. It doesn't matter. You're still you. Go and do some meditation. Get the message. If you're not good at it, listen to a guided meditation, something that will help. I tell people, just go and like type into YouTube search bar, guided meditation for balance, whatever you feel like you need, guided meditation for love, whatever, and listen to it. Close your eyes, get out of your critical mind and into your heart space, and things will start to flow so much better the rest of the night, tomorrow, etc. You can make time for it. I always laugh because I'll be like, meditation, even if you only take 30 minutes for meditating, I can waste 30 minutes. I can waste 2 hours in a YouTube rabbit hole and not be mad about it. But when it comes time to meditate, I'll always be like, I got to get to the gym though. I don't have time to meditate. No, I got to do this. I got to do that. I always have something else to do when it's time to just meditate. But it's because of that. Nobody wants to do that until they get into the habit of doing it. You have to get into the habit where you start seeing the results and the benefits, and then you'll want to do it. I promise. When you start to see the benefits, you'll want to do it because you'll see how much it changes your whole life, your whole environment, your whole experience. And then it's like, okay, it's worth it to get out of this and to get into the truth of things. So just keep practicing, force yourself to do it a few days in a row and watch what happens. It's so worth it. All right. Last but most certainly not least is Rebecca. Rebecca. Oh wait, Lynette also. Lynette sent one in. So Rebecca and Lynette. Rebecca, do you want me to... Okay. I got this, Rebecca. You're welcome, Amanda. Well, the first message I've got for you is the Four of Pentacles is here. So, hey, Jai, welcome. Good evening to Jai. Guys, Jai and I are going to be doing readings soon. We've been talking about it, but we haven't actually talked about it to plan the date. But I think probably, do you think this weekend's going to be good for you, Jai? Like Saturday, maybe? We'll talk about it, but I want to give everybody an idea of when to be looking for it. Jai Gopin, Sister Jai. What do you think, Jai? Saturday works? All right, so I'll finalize it with her, but guys, think about Saturday coming in and getting readings from me and Jai on Saturday night. Let's plan on it. So, this is what we have here. This tells me a lot, Rebecca. I know that it does. So this tells me one thing that Spirit doesn't want you to do is to bring in past experiences to the situation that you have, that you're deciding about today. It's a hard, like every decision you're making right now is a big decision. You've got things on your mind. Don't bring past experiences or past disappointments into today's decision. That's very difficult to do. Aware, it's very difficult to do, but it's important that you don't do that. Number 2, understand 2 things here. You've got the 8 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. Neither one of these feel like they're opposing. One is about your own need, and one is about the work. Like it feels almost like this is your choice. Like, am I going to be this person or this person? No, don't do that to you either, because you don't have to be one or these or the other. Whatever you're doing in your life right now, you don't have to either be someone who is working for everyone else and constantly needling whatever this cross stitch the woman's doing there and putting the work into something and getting no results, or totally selfish and living for you. Obviously, that's not the choice, and you know that's not your choice. You're in with this person. So it's more about knowing that you can take pieces of everything and continue forward. You've got yourself trapped here also, the Eight of Swords. Remember, you're not in a prison. A lot of this is in the mind. You are not in a prison no matter what goes on here with him. You're not in a prison. You're not in the mind. Every choice you decide to make is yours. You do have a tower coming. So right now, be easy with yourself. Be patient with yourself. Try and stay in the moment. Because when a tower comes in, the most important thing for people in situations like you're in is don't worry about the regrets of the past. Don't worry about the worries of the future. Stay in the moment because the tower is coming, right? It's coming. It's here. And it's going to be its own thing to deal with. It's going to shift things. It's going to change the story. All the things you're worried about right now, when this tower comes in, the tower is going to decide for you anyway. You're probably not going to have the decisions to make after this tower comes in soon that you think you have to make right now. It's a whole different set of problems and decisions. So I don't know if that actually helps you, but I know that this makes sense to me, so I hope it makes sense to you. Yeah, it is. It's a new beginning, and it's a beautiful opportunity, and it's sort of, I like the tower because sometimes it takes the burden off of us. It takes the burden right off of us. Yeah, a tower's coming in, so I don't know that you're going to have to worry about any decisions or who does what and this and that. There's a tower coming. I think it's a good thing, and I think that it's all going to work out just fine. Okay? Very important. Oh, there you are, Abina. Go ahead. Abina, go ahead and put up your question. I was just finishing with Rebecca, and then Lynette, I'm going to get yours after Abina. What's your question, Abina? The tower totally changes it. And it's like, I love that because in this situation, the tower's like, oh, you thought you had the burdens of the world on your shoulders? Now we got this, but you do have some other burdens you didn't realize. It's like, it just totally shifts the energy. So it's a good thing. Yeah. Well, I think there's two things, but I think I think I'm catching your drift. You're welcome, friend. You're welcome. Abina. Is Abina on a delay? Bina bang. What the spirit says. Okay. And then Lynette. Are you here, Lynette? I saw a payment come through from you. Hold on. Hey, Lynette, go ahead and throw your question up, Lynette. I'm gonna do yours next, and then we're done, guys. We're done for the night. I probably am gonna be back on tomorrow night, actually. Not 100%, but there's a couple people who weren't able to come in tonight that asked if I would be doing lives tomorrow, so I might be back here doing the same thing tomorrow night. We'll see. What's the message for Dana? I want to take the TEAS test. I don't know what that is. Will she pass the test she wants to take? Hold on. You have the Four of Wands. That's a good sign for passing something. This is usually about ascension or moving forward, so that's a good sign. You're definitely in a big place of change in your life because you have the Wheel of Fortune, Abena, and then you have the Five of Wands in reverse, the Three of Swords in reverse, and the Four of Wands. So healing of heartbreak, moving away from conflict, moving away from heartbroken energy and conflict, and moving into a new place where you're able to ascend to a new point in your life. You've also got the Eight of Pentacles here. So you're going to be sort of diligently working on something and finally starting to see results. This feels like it's been here a while. So something you've been working on for a period of time, possibly for a long period of time, you're finally going to start to see results in that area. And so that feels good for you. I would also say, the thing you asked about this TEAS test, I think you will pass any test in your life. I don't know if it's a physical test that you're passing, though. This feels much more energetic, and it feels like a period in your life where the moment you think you can't handle anymore, you start to see the results that you're putting in for the work that you're putting in. So everything feels like a payoff is coming in for you, but part of the payoff that comes in is you're really doing it yourself by releasing the anxieties attached with the feeling of conflictedness and frustration, broken heart energy, where everything piles up. You're kind of releasing that, and the minute you release that, everything starts to pay off for you. Want to get an RN school, thank God. Well, this could be what that is then. The Eight of Pentacles feels like that. It's like a nurse or some sort of a caretaker preparing. She's already sort of attained a certain amount of things, and now it's time to move forward into the next step. So if you're moving from LPN, you said LVN, I don't know what LVN, if you're talking about LPN to RN, yeah, I think that that's definitely something that could be happening here. But I want you to know, the biggest thing for you is you have to release any of your if you've been really frustrated with the type of work you're having to do at this time as an LVN or LPN, it's time to release that frustration and just kind of accept where you are and know that you're about to move into a much more flowy period of life. Still going to require work, hard work, but it's going to feel better for you, okay? It's going to start to feel better. Yeah, okay. All right, Lynette, what's your question, Lynette? Lynette, put your question up, sweetie. What's your mom's name, Lynette? Lynette, what's your mom's name? You're welcome, Bina. What's your mother's name? Is there anyone coming through for Theodora, Lynette's mom, sister, that wants to come through, or any messages for her at this time? Don't need to make me hot. Listening. Yeah, for your mom, her sister wants, I do feel there's a message from her sister, something about her ear and wanting to know that she wished she had made a different choice than the one she made about something. So she wants your mom to know that she wishes, because she has the Two of Wands as a regret, and the Two of Wands is like a crossroads. So there was some sort of a choice that she made that may have hurt your mother in some way, or that they caused them to drift apart, and she really regrets that. She wishes they had been able to keep in better communication or something. It may not be about communication. It may be about something that they didn't talk about because of a choice, or just the choice they need to talk about, or she wishes they had talked about. Yeah, it's definitely a choice she wishes she had made differently, because there's a big exhale attached to that. I don't know the thing about the ear. Something about her. It may be about telling your mother to listen, to pay attention, because she probably comes through for her a lot, or tries to come through for her a lot more than she realizes. Does she have a son, the sister? Is there a son? If there's a son, or if there was either a brother or the sister had a son, maybe it's do you have a brother? There's a Page of Wands here, and that's coming through as an energy that's very important to her. And this feels like because it comes through as a young male energy, to me that says like a son type of energy. So there's someone that's very important to her, either over on the other side with her, no, not on the other side with her, more connected to you all, that she is sending a lot of love to, or a message to. Also, she wants your mother to know that her life is about to improve in a beautiful way financially. There's a lot of balance and calm coming into her life, and she always tries to communicate with her. There's a younger man for someone also, because the Empress comes out with this younger King of Cups. So there's some sort of younger male energy that's coming through. I don't know if that's attached to her or your mother. It feels like your mother. Empress and the King of Cups. I think she's talking about your, I don't know. It started happening to me a little bit unexpectedly. I don't call myself a medium, but I usually get something come through when they come through. I don't know why my ear is hurting so bad. Something about a choice with a choice that was made that has to do with a younger male energy and some sort of regret. I definitely feel there's that energy, and there's also something to do with your mother having really good fortune coming through, or some sort of balancing financially coming very soon. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know who it is. This isn't coming through very clearly for me. It feels like something about an ear. Does your brother have a problem with his ear? Has he had some kind of a problem with his ear or his hearing? There's something about an ear, and I honestly am not sure if I'm supposed to feel into it that it's about telling your mother to listen more for her because she's coming through. He has a problem with his ear. He needs to do something with his left ear. He needs to either have like some kind of a cleaning or some kind of a surgery. There's something with his ear that he needs to have checked out. I don't know if he has an infection, but I don't know. There's something that he needs to have looked at. And if it's your brother, his tubes are small. I don't know what that means, but I do know that it's really important that he gets something checked out on his left side, and it's to do with his ear. I think. I'm sorry. I don't know. The reason I feel a little awkward doing this because I have been doing mediumship, but I do it more privately because I'm not. It's weird to do it when I'm on here, but I do feel her presence very strongly. In fact, I don't know her connection to you. Do you and your mother sister have similar names, or do you share a similar name, a middle name or something? There's a connection between you and her as well. I don't know if there's a part like you guys had a similar birthmark or there's some kind of name continuity or something there. Like Lynette, ear tubes. Oh, Michael, what do you mean ear tubes? I don't know what that means. I don't even know what an ear tube is. But there's something going on with an ear that needs to be checked out. And if he's been avoiding surgery, he needs to go ahead and have surgery. Her name is Georgette, my aunt, and my name is Lynette. So they both have the ETT. Okay, that's the similar. So I think that's why she was saying, because anyway, I definitely feel her energy. Georgette, thank you. I definitely feel her energy. And, but the biggest things I feel she wants you to know is there was some kind of a choice she made in the past that she regrets because if she had done something a little, she doesn't have regret in the sense that for her life, but she would have liked to have been in a better place, or things could have gone differently in some way, and it would have helped with communication in some way if she had gone the other way. And then something to do with the male energy, if it's Dean, something about a younger male energy in his ear, and getting his ear, his left, especially the left side, something to do with the left side of his face or his ear. And stop pinching my ear. Your mom's got good financials coming through in the near future. That's what I get. Okay. Also, I know this may sound strange, but really look for, it's funny you're putting blue hearts up because she was just showing me blue hydrangeas. So there may be something connecting to blue hydrangeas for your mother specifically. If your mother sees some kind of a blue hydrangea or has blue hydrangeas in her garden, there's something really specific about the color blue and blue hydrangeas. And during that time, she may really feel connected to her sister, or there may be an opportunity surrounding some type of blue hydrangea or bluish purplish blue hydrangeas to connect with her. So just keep that in mind also, or pass that along. You're welcome. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. You guys have a lovely night. Thank you, Michael. I'm trying. You guys have a lovely night, and I think I'm gonna be back on with you guys tomorrow night. Not 100%, but very possibly. If not, then probably Saturday with Jai. And I'll let you guys know as soon as we know for sure. All right, guys, so I'll see you guys very soon. Have a lovely evening. Namaste. You too, Michael.